Welcome back to the Union Berlin Career Mode. We start with a giant tie at home against Borussia Dortmund. They are third, we are fourth, the difference being goals scored, because goal difference is exactly the same as is points, as is games won, drawn and lost. So it's quite a battle between the two of us thus far. At the top of the table, they're locked on the same points as well, but it's goal difference that sees Bayern Munich top of the table ahead of Leipzig. They too have the same games won, drawn and lost. So there's quite a few battles going on in the Bundesliga table right now. It's a very competitive season, to say the least, especially for those top four positions. We follow Dortmund up with Stuttgart, Werder Bremen, who are in the relegation zone. They might not be bottom. Heidenheim might be back bottom now after the last episode. And then it's Frankfurt away from home at the end of the month. We're looking strong for a top four position, and we will look stronger still if we can win our first game today. We're saying thank you to Stephen Amies, thank you to Mikey, and thank you to Adam Austin for your continued support in the comment section on YouTube. Thank you very much indeed. Do join me on stream. The Chesnoid Live YouTube channel is now up and running. First YouTube stream will be tomorrow as you see this video. I'll put a community post out in due course. And we should be multi-streaming once more on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. That's the plan. I might test it tonight actually before we get any further towards that, or tomorrow morning before actually going live with the actual thing. Right, we are going to go live with the actual thing now. It's Union versus Dortmund. It's game day one. Their team looks strong. And Mesha, Brandt and Isi sat behind Sebastian Aller. Sabitzer and Özcan in the midfield. Ben Sebaini, Emre Can, Nico Schlotterbeck and Devin Wrench at right back as well as an interesting one. Nicolas Süle, Mats Hummels, Royce, Adeyemi on the bench as well. They've got options, Dortmund. They're good, but our team is growing. We're not bad either. We'll hopefully prove it. Sabitzer on a good run. Kral tried to get a toe in. Aller has his pass picked off by Leonardo Bonucci, who's had enough. He's off. His passing's not great, though. He's unfortunately given it straight back to Dortmund. Not the best of starts. Gersons can't quite get to Devin Wrench. Isi Palazon, former Rayo Vallecano player. I'm reliably informed by my Twitch live chat. 82 rated and will be a problem down the wing. I'm hoping that some of my players will be problems for Dortmund players as well, though. We've got some talent that is already decent and growing now in this squad. Fingers crossed it won't be too long before they've grown to the point where they're actually league title challenging material. At the moment we are not, but we're certainly good enough to challenge for the top four. Hopefully we will get that top four this season. Although we have to not lose games like this. Salih stands offside. It's still 0-0. That's a stroke of luck. Özcan, Sucic intercepts. Kral is here. Juranovic going on a bit of a run. Martial's gone for a run. Sucic doing too. And he's past the defender, but he's left-footed and not very good with his right. So we'll cut this back looking for Martial, who has support here from Robertone, who misses the target. He's got to be better. Robin Gersons picks up a yellow card for a misdemeanor earlier in the game. Referee brandishing her card for the first time today. I mean, I barely even sniffed at his heel, and that's worth a yellow card, apparently. We could have been 1-0 up in the 42nd minute. In fact, the only thing we pick up is a booking. Robertone intercepts nicely. Kral. Oh, that was close. It was very close. Look at the run of Kev. Folland looking for the run of Juranovic. The fullback's in. There's not really much room here. Why he's gone back to Kral with that pass is beyond me, but Sucic also misses the target. And we would very much like to not be behind Borussia Dortmund anymore. Sucic is going to break here. And here's Martial, and now we're in. He's in behind Nico Schlotterbeck. And Martial gives Union the 1-0 lead against Borussia. And it's 1-0 thanks to our new striker again. We'll see if we can see it out for the final 2 minutes. But with Dortmund in possession, it does remain in question here, this result. A bit slow in the build-up. And by just sprinting left and right, we're stopping them from going anywhere. And that's the game. Beautiful. Properly managed that then, didn't we? Union 1, BVB 0. And that's us up into third place in the division. And immediately with a 3-point gap back to Dortmund as well. And the goal difference will swing in our favour too. because that was level also. So ours will now be plus 16, theirs will be plus 14, and we're looking in an even better position now to grab that Champions League spot for next season. We're going to try and win the Deutsche Pokal this year, and then we can solely focus on just 2 fronts next season with a small squad. We'll improve the squad, of course, in the summer, but we hope to challenge for the Bundesliga title next year. 15 points is a long way, but it isn't insurmountable in the grand scheme of things, especially with the way that we've been performing in the second half of the season compared to the first. So let's go and get 3 points against Stuttgart. Girassi was one of the strikers you guys recommended me, actually, that I elected not to go for. Silas on the right-hand side as well was another player that you guys thought could be changed to striker, but elected against it. Cherky is always a go-to at cam in the comment section. Dan Axel Zagadou is strong at centre-back, literally. And Joscha Vanneman is decent at right-back too, a good grower. Nubel in goal is half decent too. Stuttgart we knocked out of the cup. Then I think they beat me in the league, but we'll try and get the win this time. Second time around. Joscha Vanneman into the gap. Cherky. Excellent dribbling from Cherky. Wouldn't have expected anything less. Girassi to Noosa. That was travelling. Christ, he hit that with quite some venom. Take the corner himself, Noosa, here as well. If he delivers it with the same sort of pace as his shot, then it'll be hard to deal with. It's going to fall to Silas on the edge of the box. And here Zagadou only finds Bonucci and will switch that and work it away. First attempt at drawing blood goes to Stuttgart, but no blood drawn. Juranovic. First touch will bring him inside, and Martial's there. Juranovic's going to go again here. Tuck it. And he's in, and he's on. And we'll pull this back looking for Robertone. It's Folland, it's fallen to. And slammed into the back of the net at the near post by Kevin Folland. In most situations in that position, my preference is to finesse that. I was trying to pull it back to Robertone, actually, the number 14 here. My general preference is to try and bend that into the far corner. This time electing, as Zagadou's a bit of a big guy to try and bend it round, I thought, I'll just go for the near post. It worked! 1-0 Union! 15th goal in 25 games for an ever-improving Kevin Folland. Silas, Stiller. Gersons will deal with it. Force him wide. Cherky will go into Silas here. Allowed them inside. That's poor from me, and I'll pay the price. Girassi buries Stuttgart level in the 27th minute. Found the gap, ran through it, slotted home. Just take this short. Juranovic, Diogo Leite. Get down the line. Plenty of men in the middle to look for. And Folland! Yeah, he's already done it once, but that is not quite Garnacho-esque. Anton with the ball forward. It's terrible. And Folland will wind up. Kevin Folland! Draws the save out of Nubel. No other option there rather than to try and take that on. Robertone will deliver the cross. And from the corner, Folland's underneath it, but he's not massive. Girassi's not rapid, but he's got the strength to hold someone off. And he's done exactly that. Wangatuka is rapid. It's Cherky now. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. Into the 1 minute added on. Holobash needs to make me the run. And he has. And we'll find him. Holobash off the bench. To win it for Union! Can you believe it? The last action of the game. The man that's not at the same quality of the rest of the squad had his starting spot ripped away from him with the introduction of Anthony Martial, but still he has something to offer. We will win against Stuttgart thanks to that moment, all made by the through ball that had to be played, otherwise the whistle was coming. No bigger pressure on Holleback for the entirety of his Union career thus far, and he didn't fold. He's pulled out a flash, a royal flash, 2-1. It was the final kick of the game. We've gotten ourselves a win. Dortmund did beat Werder Bremen. Bayern München at the top of the table continue their march on towards another Bundesliga title. But we're keeping up with Dortmund now and keeping ourselves slightly above them thanks to our victory in the first game. Now we've got the sim against Werder Bremen, who, like I say, were in the relegation zone. They're in the relegation playoff position at the moment with 21 points after 25 games, although Darmstadt could go above them if they're able to win their game in hand, which is away from him against Leipzig. So Darmstadt will stay bottom then, won't they? How far are we above Leverkusen now? 6 points, but Leverkusen also have a game in hand to play, but that's against 8th placed Wolfsburg, so it's not straightforward. You'd still expect Leverkusen to win, but if they end up drawing that, you wouldn't be surprised. Bremen are definitely a side that we should be beating, and we hope that we will, and they did only draw Leverkusen against Wolfsburg, so that's fantastic news for us. Couldn't have asked for better news, really, because Wolfsburg, if they'd have won it, would have been closing in as well. It keeps Wolfsburg out of touch and ensures that Leverkusen are still only clinging on at this moment in time to ourselves. They're within 2 points of Dortmund, but they're still only 5 points behind ourselves. Werder Bremen with a 5-back, Van der Voort in goal, Höhler and Borre up top, Naby Keita in their midfield, Young at left back and Agu at right back are decent fullbacks to have, but don't know as they'll get the win here. Stuttgart in the midfield was decent against us last time we played them, but we'll be at full strength and at full stamina. Not quite at full sharpness yet, but that's fine. That's not a problem. The tactical view sim on the way, and hopefully 3 points too. Martial, Sutic, Juranovic is on the run and found. Oh, brilliantly done by Juranovic. Can we get something from it? Martial's in the middle. Folland's there too. Anthony Martial. 1-0 Union Berlin. All made by the excellent quick feet of Juranovic at right back. Absolutely superb from him. And Martial is the man again to give us the first goal of the day. Back to Höhler, and maybe there's a sting in the tail of this first half. Stuttgart again. And Höhler. And Borre. Renault with a save. Now look at the clock. The whistle should go. But no. Corner Werder Bremen. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Goal Werder Bremen! That's BS, mate! When the keeper makes the save and you've added 1 minute and we're 3.5 minutes in, blow your pissing whistle! 1-1. And that's why people call scripting. Starger, Höhler. I don't like this at all. Naby Keita, Rafael Borre, Agu, Naby Keita, Borre. Well, we've got bodies back in numbers now, but still can't get the ball off them, can we? This is unbelievable passing, intricate footwork from Werder Bremen. And they're going to take the lead in the 81st minute. The side that are threatened with not being in the division anymore take the lead against the side that are wanting to play in the Champions League. It's not how that's supposed to work. It's poor by Werder. Robertone. Kev, please. Oh, Kev, please. Now, we shouldn't have this corner. It's gone and past a minute. We should absolutely not get this corner. The whistle should go. Of course, we don't score ours. They do score theirs. Dookie, still play continues here. Toussaint. That'll be game. We don't deserve to lose that, but we will. And Werder Bremen take a vital 3 points for their league campaign. And we take a vital hit to ours. If we can still beat Frankfurt in the final game today, then 9 points from a possible 12 is still decent. After an international break, though, it's not going to be easy. Number of players going to be lacking a little bit of sharpness because we don't have a number of players that go away on international duty. Have to try and work that sharpness back up. And the standings see us still in third, but Leverkusen have now overtaken Dortmund, and both are 2 points behind us. Frankfurt a further 3, but we need to beat Frankfurt here. I can't afford to drop down into 5th. Frankfurt's starting lineup is Kevin Trapp in goal and Robin Koch at centre-back. Former Leeds man, Skiri in midfield, someone who we used at FC Köln when we were in our last Bundesliga save. Mario Götze, obviously, you'll recognise as well. Mamouche on the left is someone that you guys recommended at striker, actually, but we elected not to go with him. So far, I'm happy enough with Anthony Martial. Hopefully, he can prove himself once more. And for the 3rd time today, give us a goal to go in front. We'll take Bonucci out and play Toussaint from the start here, though, I think. It's Larson. Great ball. Garcia. Uh-oh. Budimir. Goal. Frankfurt. In the 11th minute, the home side take the lead. And we're on the back foot immediately. Juranovic. It's been electric in today's episode. Juranovic. Forward here to Sucic. Defender to beat. Hasebe had turned there before I had. The game knew what I was doing because my inputs were the controller. And Hasebe turned before I'd even turned, it felt like. Well. Oh! I've scored. Oh, bloody hell! 1-1 against Frankfurt. Deary me. Sometimes you feel like you're really up against it with the gameplay, don't you? You're like, is it just doing things to screw me over or not? I'm not sure. Tor! Union 1. Frankfurt 1. I get lucky. I mean, Martial, I tried to shoot with him. The ball's just hit him, and as he's taken a walking step, it's fallen to Robertone. I get very lucky there. And I feel like the amount of BS I got in the last game, and earlier in that move, I feel like I earned that luck. 1-1. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. I guess, ultimately, whether it's BS in-game or BS in real life, that's the way it goes. Well in, Kraut. Alright, well in, Budimir. Well in, Kraut. What the fuck? Was she just doing the can-can? Through a metal bar? Unfortunately, there's no way for me to look at that again. But it looked like they had their arms locked around and she was fucking can-canning. Whilst they were glitched inside a metal bar. You're drawing 1-1. The fuck is going on in Frankfurt? Christ. That's my moose again. He's still going. He's still going. Larson, Garcia. Oh, how is your luck, mate? I might have been lucky with mine. They are even luckier with theirs. I intercept the pass and play the perfect through ball 1-2 with their striker. Oh, he give up today. It was so fluky with their goal, but I have to say I was fluky with mine too. Touched by Kev and Sucic, and Martial's on the run. Tony Martial, Weiser, Sucic. Oh, God! I'm going to lose to Frankfurt. Well, we won 2, we lost 2, and we're probably back where we bloody started. If not, actually worse than where we started at the beginning of today's episode. God, that was just a up and down roller coaster of an episode, wasn't it? Got the semi-final of the Pokal coming up next against Leipzig at the beginning of tomorrow's episode. We're still third, although we've played a game more. So, Dortmund and Leverkusen will play on the Sunday, and now we'll find out if we've actually gone down a position or 2 in the league. I can't afford to sign any of these guys because I've spent all my money, so hopefully there's no worldies in there. You might have been okay. Just as long as there's no like £4.5 million player in there and then I cry, then that's fine. What does it look like in the league then? So lucky. Leverkusen and Dortmund also lose on match day 27. We won 2 in a row, we lost 2 in a row, and we stay third. We were joint third at the beginning of the day. We're now third outright, but we've gotten particularly lucky with that. That's a let-off and something we can't afford to replicate later in the season. Leipzig, then Leverkusen, Augsburg, and Bayern next. All right. Tomorrow's going to be just as intense, isn't it? The top 4 fight is very much alive and kicking, and the Deutsche Pokal will either be still alive or very much dead in the water after the first game tomorrow. Not worth missing. Do join me for it. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for dropping the video a like. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.